Hello, thank you so much for stopping by Made by Monica. I've got two projects for you today. The first one is going to be this cute spring wreath, and it says this chick is ready for Easter. So these supplies you're going to need. Go ahead and pick up one of those signs from Dollar Tree. This chick is ready for Easter. And then we're going to need 2 rolls. You're going to need 2 rolls plus. So I would get 2 rolls of each of these, or whatever ribbon of your choice that you would like to go with this sign. They have a real pretty teal one, and they've got purple, and anything really would go with this sign. So we're going to start out by putting these ribbons together, and then we're just going to wrap them around this grapevine wreath. Now this grapevine wreath I got at Walmart. It's a little bit bigger. I think it was in like maybe the $4 range, something like that. So it's not bad, you guys, not bad. But they do have them at Dollar Tree too. So if you can find the grapevine wreaths at Dollar Tree, you can go ahead and pick that one up as well. So we're just getting started here. We're gonna go ahead and hot glue the ribbons onto the back of the grapevine wreath to get started. I didn't really wanna hot glue too much around this wreath because my thought was after Easter to take this ribbon off, and you guys, we'll just redo it. We'll put some more ribbon on it. We'll put some florals on it. We'll make it summery. Ooh, maybe some sunflowers or something. Anyway, yeah. So we're just going to wrap this ribbon around it without hot gluing it, like I said, and that way we can reuse our grapevine wreath for another project then for the summertime. So just go ahead and get your ribbons all wrapped around, and then we are going to, you're going to have some left over, and we are going to use those for the tail of our bow. So don't get rid of those. So once you are done wrapping this ribbon all the way around, and you can do them one at a time if you want to, but I just thought it would be easier to wrap them both at the same time. And then we're just going to hot glue right where we started. So I came around the wreath and hot glued it in the beginning and hot glued it in the end, and that's it, you guys. So we don't have a lot of hot glue to have to undo when we want to undo this beautiful wreath. So now go ahead and grab your sign, and we're just going to attach it there to the ribbon, and that way again we don't have to release the hot glue from the grapevine wreath. So we just attach this sign at the top and the bottom there, and now we're going to go ahead and get our bow made. So this is how I like to make my bows. I just go ahead and put those ribbons together like that, and we're going to do the fold over method. So you just want to, you know, pull it out as far as you think you want your bow, and just go ahead and fold it over and just keep pushing those ribbon spools back. Now we're going to use these entire spools, so make sure you've got 2 full spools here. And so we're just going to keep folding over and folding over. I know those things are, yeah, but it works, trust me, and it doesn't take too much. So we're at the end of our ribbon here, and see, that wasn't too bad. So we're just going to keep folding over, and then we are going to find the center of our bow here. So once we have the center of the bow, oh yeah, I'm sorry, we're going to go ahead and dovetail these ends. So go ahead and cut your ends off where that tape is. Just cut that off, and then you're just going to dovetail your ends there. And that way, once we have this bow made, your ends are already done, and you don't have to go find them and everything to get them dovetailed. So it's a little easier if you do it this way and do them in the beginning before you have your bow all done out. So now these 2 other pieces that are laying there, that was what we cut off from where we wrapped the grapevine wreath. And so we're going to use those as our tail, so don't get rid of those. So actually, if you buy 2 full spools of each of these ribbons, then you will have enough to wrap the wreath as well as make this bow. So we're just making cuts here in the center. Don't go all the way through. You just want to cut in just a little bit so that wire tie or zip tie or whatever you guys call it can fit through there. So you can see when I pull the zip tie, it's going to go up through those cuts, and we are going to get a little bit tighter of a bow, and it's not going to bunch up so much. So go ahead and pull that as tight as you can, and you saw we included those tails before we put that zip tie on. So now just cut the rest of that zip tie off, and now you have a really nice tight bow to work with. And because the ribbon is wired, then you're going to be able to manipulate this bow and go ahead and pull each of those out. So you're going to kind of want to, pull that inside out first and pull it forward, and then pull a couple of them backwards. And so that's kind of how you make this bow. And that's why I like to do the ribbons together, because it intertwines them already, and you don't have to mess with trying to intertwine each of those loops to try and get it, to look like you want it. So that's why I go ahead and do them together, because then they're already done. They're already intertwined. And we'll mess with this later once we get it on the sign. So once you have it all done and you've got the loops all pulled out there, we're going to go ahead and cover up this hole at the top of the sign. Now, I still wanted to see the words, "This Chick." So make sure when you hot glue it on, after you hot glue it on, you manipulate the bow upwards so that you can see the words, "This Chick." So I pulled my loops up higher, up towards the top of the wreath. Now, I took these tails and I kind of wanted them to look like they had a little bit of motion to them. And so all you do is, and we do have a little bit of hot glue there as well, but all you'll do, you send the second one, I just popped it down a little bit, and then you pop it up at the tail end. So it kind of gives, those tails like a little bit of movement, and it helps cover in a lot of those sides on that grapevine. So now in the middle, I just took a flower that I had from Dollar Tree, and I just popped it off, and now I'm just going to hot glue it into the center of this bow. And there you go, you guys. We have a beautiful spring wreath. Isn't it so pretty? It's so pretty. I absolutely love the colors on it. I think that the ribbons just really match the sign so nicely, and I thought it turned out really nice. So we're going to go ahead and move on to our second DIY today, and that is our spring swing. So here's what it looks like. So cute, so cute. So I just bought this swing. It was already made. I bought it from Walmart, and it's just a wood swing crate is what they call it. And then I went ahead and picked up some florals while I was at Walmart. They have these beautiful, what they call rose picks. And I got them in the white. They do have other colors if you'd like something more colorful. I do farmhouse, so I just wanted mine a little more neutral color. And so I picked up 4 of these rose picks along with some of the purple lavender that you can see there. And that's kind of what I wanted to do my swing with. So we're just going to go ahead and decorate this swing. And what we're going to do is just take those rose picks, and we're just going to kind of lay them in there. Now, you can hot glue yours in if you want to. I chose, again, not to hot glue mine in, only because I wanted to change. Actually, no, I gave this away as a gift. That's right. This was a housewarming gift that I gave away. And so I wanted her to be able to pull the flowers out of this and put some sunflowers in or something, for summer or even for the fall, that she could leave out on her porch and put in some fall flowers. So I did not hot glue these in. But if this is going to be something permanent for you, go ahead and hot glue your flowers in. So we literally just kind of laid those in there, tucked those in there, and they kind of filled up, the seat really nicely. So that's with all 4 of those in. And now we're going to go ahead and put some of that lavender in. So go ahead and get your wire cutters out and just cut a few of those stems off. Now I did some high pieces in the back so that it kind of stuck up on that swing a little bit. And then I cut off some smaller pieces and just tuck those in then around the front. So there it is, you guys. That's how it looks. It's super fast and easy. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe.